Good day, everyone, especially to our professor in this subject, EM216, Personnel Management and Development, Dr. Manuel Roman, Training.
I am Roger BQ de la Cruz, and the assigned topic to me are
Company Policy on Training, Government Policy on Training. What is training? Training is the process of acquiring new skills, knowledge, and behaviors to improve an individual's performance in a specific job or role. It involves structured learning activities designed to enhance an employee's capabilities and prepare them for future challenges. How to set training objectives. Specific training objectives should be clear and well defined, addressing specific skills or knowledge to be acquired. Measurable objectives should include quantifiable outcomes that can be evaluated to assess the effectiveness of the training. Achievable objectives should be realistic and attainable based on the capabilities of the trainees and the resources available. Types of training. On-the-job training. Employees learn new skills by directly performing their job duties, often with the guidance of a mentor or experienced colleague. Classroom-based training. Formal training sessions led by instructors covering a specific topic or skill set. This can include lectures, group discussions, and hands-on activities. Online training, self-paced technology-driven training modules that employees can access remotely, often including interactive elements and multimedia content. The importance of training. Skill development. Training helps employees develop the necessary skills to perform their job duties effectively. Employee engagement. Training shows employees that the organization is invested in their growth, boosting morale and retention. Increased productivity. Well-trained employees are more efficient and productive, leading to better organizational outcomes. Competitive advantage. Skilled and knowledgeable employees give the organization a competitive edge in the market. Company policy on training. Training needs assessment. Conducting regular assessments to identify the specific skill gaps and training requirements of employees. Training needs assessment is a critical component of any company's training policy as it allows organization to identify the specific skills and knowledge gaps within their workforce. By conducting a training needs assessment, companies can ensure that their training programs are targeted and aligned with the needs of their employees and the overall business objectives. Another vital aspect is the need for continuous training needs assessment to adapt to the evolving demands of the business environment. As industries change and new technologies emerge, companies must regularly assess their training needs to ensure that employees are equipped with the necessary skills to stay competitive. Training objectives, clearly defining the goals and objectives of training programs in alignment with the organization's overall strategy and business objectives. Training objectives in company policy on training are foundational to the success of any training program. These objectives serve as clear guidelines for what the company hopes to achieve through their training initiatives. They provide a roadmap for designing, implementing, and evaluating training activities. In setting training objectives involve a deep understanding of the company's culture, values, and unique challenges. Effective training objectives should take into consideration the company's specific industry, market position, and competitive landscape. They should also reflect the organization's commitment to continuous learning and development, fostering a culture of growth and improvement. In structuring a company policy on training objectives, it is important to include a clear statement of purpose outlining the rationale for investing in training and development. This should be followed by a detailed description of the training objectives, specifying what skills, knowledge, or behaviors the training aims to develop. It is also essential to establish a timeline for achieving these objectives and to outline the resources and support available to employees to help them meet these goals. Training methods. Detailing the various training methods to be employed, such as on-the-job training, workshops, seminars, e-learning, mentoring, and etc. Training methods in company policies on training are diverse and influenced by various factors. It is essential for organizations to carefully consider the needs of their employees, the nature of their business, and the desired learning outcomes when designing training programs. By leveraging a mix of effective training methods and aligning them with organizational goals, companies can enhance employee skills, boost productivity, and foster a culture of continuous learning and growth. A well-rounded approach to training methods in company policy should prioritize customization, technology integration, continuous learning, hands-on experience, and feedback mechanisms to support employee growth and organizational success. Training budget. Allocating a budget for training activities and ensuring efficient utilization of resources to maximize the impact of training initiatives. First and foremost, a well-defined training budget allows for the implementation of a strategic training plan that is aligned with the company's goals and objectives. By allocating resources specifically for training activities, organizations can ensure that employees receive the necessary knowledge and skills to perform their jobs effectively and contribute to the company's success. Training budget in a company's policy on training should emphasize the strategic importance of allocating resources for employee development. A well-defined training budget not only supports the achievement of organizational goals but also fosters a culture of learning and growth that drives employee engagement and retention. By investing in training, companies can enhance their competitive edge, drive innovation, and secure long-term success in a rapidly evolving business landscape. Training schedule. Establishing a structured timeline for training sessions to ensure that employees have access to learning opportunities at appropriate intervals. Employees typically hold varying views about training schedules outlined in company policies. Some may appreciate a structured and consistent training schedule as it helps them plan their workload efficiently. On the other hand, some employees might prefer flexibility in their training schedule to accommodate personal commitments or learning styles. An effective training schedule in company policy should aim to meet the training needs of employees while considering the operational requirements of the business. By taking into account employee feedback and preferences, companies can design training schedules that are engaging, effective, and conducive to both individual and organizational growth.
Evaluation and feedback, implementing mechanisms for evaluating the effectiveness of training programs and collecting feedback from participants to continuously improve the quality of training. Incorporating evaluation and feedback into company training policies not only enhances the effectiveness of training programs but also contributes to employee engagement and retention. Employees feel valued when they receive feedback on their progress and have opportunities to improve, leading to higher job satisfaction and loyalty to the company. Overall, evaluation and feedback should be integral components of company training policies to ensure that employees receive the support and guidance they need to achieve their full potential and contribute to the organization's success. This approach helps companies build a culture of learning, growth, and excellence, positioning them for long-term sustainable growth and competitiveness in the ever-evolving business landscape. Compliance and documentation. Ensuring compliance with legal requirements and maintaining proper documentation of training activities for record keeping and audit purposes. Incorporating compliance and documentation into company training policies requires a structured approach that includes defining clear objectives, establishing standardized processes, implementing robust documentation system, and conducting regular audits to ensure adherence to policies and regulations. Moreover, fostering a culture of compliance and documentation involves promoting transparency, communication, and accountability at all levels of the organization. By emphasizing the importance of compliance and documentation in training policies, companies can improve employee performance, mitigate risk, and enhance overall organizational effectiveness. Government policy on training. Investment in education and skills development. Many governments prioritize investing in education and skills development to ensure a skilled workforce that can meet the demands of a rapidly changing labor market. This includes funding for schools, colleges, vocational training centers, and adult education programs. Firstly, a well-educated and skilled workforce is essential for a country's economic growth and competitiveness in the global market. By investing in education and skills development, governments can ensure that their workforce is equipped with the necessary knowledge and abilities to meet the demands of a rapidly changing economy. Investing in education and skills development is essential in government policy on training, as it contributes to economic growth, innovation, social mobility, and overall well-being. By prioritizing education and skills development, governments can lay the foundation for more prosperous and equitable society for current and future generations. Public-private partnerships. Governments often collaborate with private sector companies to design and implement training programs that are aligned with industry needs. These partnerships can help bridge the gap between education and employment by providing relevant skills training. However, it is crucial to note that public-private partnerships in government policy on training also come with challenges and potential pitfalls. These include concern around transparency, accountability, and the risk of privatizing essential public services. Governments must navigate these issues by establishing robust monitoring and evaluation mechanisms, ensuring that the public interest is safeguarded, and optimizing the benefits of collaboration between public and private partners. Public-private partnerships in government policy on training can be a powerful tool to promoting workforce development and addressing skills gaps. By leveraging the strengths in both sectors and fostering collaboration, public-private partnerships have the potential to drive innovation, enhance training effectiveness, and ensure the long-term sustainability of training initiatives. However, careful planning, stakeholders' engagement, and monitoring are essential to maximize the benefits of public-private partnerships and mitigate potential risks. Apprenticeship programs. Some governments offer apprenticeship programs that combine on-the-job training with classroom instruction to prepare individuals for specific trades or professions. These programs are typically supported by government incentives or subsidies. Apprenticeship programs in government policy on training offer a valuable opportunity for individuals to gain practical skills and experience while contributing to the public sector workforce. Apprenticeship programs in government policy on training are a key component of a comprehensive strategy to develop a skilled, diverse, and resilient workforce. By investing in these programs, governments can boost employment opportunities, address skill gaps, and promote social mobility, ultimately contributing to long-term economic growth and prosperity. Workforce development initiatives. Government policies may include workforce development initiatives aimed at upscaling or reskilling workers to adapt to technological advancement or changing market demands. This could involve offering subsidies for training courses or creating job placement programs. Another important aspect of government policy on training is the emphasis on inclusivity and accessibility. Workforce development initiatives should be designed to reach individuals from all backgrounds and provide them with equal opportunities for skills enhancement. This not only helps in reducing inequality but also leads to a more diverse, and resilient workforce. Workforce development initiatives in government policy on training are vital for fostering a skilled, adaptable, and competitive workforce. By investing in training programs, aligning them with emerging industry demands, ensuring inclusivity, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement, governments can drive economic growth and prosperity for their citizens. Lifelong learning opportunities. Governments increasingly recognize the importance of lifelong learning and may introduce policies that encourage individuals to continuously update their skills and knowledge throughout their careers. This could involve providing access to online courses, adult education programs, or skills assessments. Lifelong learning in government policy is the emphasis on continuous professional development for public sector employees. By investing in training and upskilling for government workers, policymakers can ensure that public services are delivered efficiently and effectively. Additionally, ongoing training can help public sector employees stay abreast of the latest technologies and best practices, leading to improved service delivery, and better outcomes for citizens. Lifelong learning opportunities in government policy on training are essential for fostering economic growth, social inclusion, and effective public service delivery. By prioritizing continuous learning and upskilling initiatives, governments can equip individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the modern workforce and contribute to the overall well-being of society. Monitoring and evaluation. Effective government policies on training also include mechanisms for monitoring and evaluating the impact of training programs to ensure they are meeting their objectives and delivering tangible outcomes. This data-driven approach helps policymakers make informed decisions about future investments in training. Monitoring and evaluation are indispensable tools for governments in assessing the impact of training policies, improving program effectiveness, and ensuring accountability to stakeholders. By investing in robust monitoring and evaluation systems and using data-driven insights to inform decision-making, governments can optimize their training programs to better serve the needs of their populations and contribute to sustainable development. For conclusion, training plays a vital role in personal and professional development by equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to succeed in their endeavors.
By embracing a culture of continuous learning and skill development, individuals and organizations can stay competitive and adapt to changing demands in today's dynamic world. That's end my report. Thank you and get blessed.